Welcome to Hawthorne Hill Farm and Homestead. I'm Marilyn Cameron, and with the help of my husband Paul, we operate this lovely 46-acre farm property in the Annapolis Valley of Nova Scotia. Our children are grown and don't live with us anymore, but we still love this lifestyle and want to continue feeding ourselves. On our farm, we grow a wide array of market garden vegetables, berries, and orchard fruits, and garlic. Plus, we raise free-range hens for eggs, lots of meat birds in the summer. We have a flock of Shetland sheep for wool, and our newest addition to the farm is our family milk cow. Each week, we will post an episode that starts us off in the early spring and will continue until the late fall. We will show you all the things that we do on our farm to get ready for the growing season, how we care for our crops, how we raise our animals, how we make nutritional meals, bake bread, make cheese, pasta, preserves, and so much more. We hope that you will join us and will be inspired to try some new things that will help you become more self-sustaining and to fill your own larder. Thank you. Okay, here we go. I don't know what happened. Okay, so I grab, we run up the row as quick as you can. It's very windy today, keeping that plastic low so it doesn't billow away. Okay, then I get down on my knees as quick as I can so that Christine can cut off the roll. There, we open it up, make sure it's not twisted. Okay. We're folding, shaking it out, making sure that we got both ends. There, now we get it down to the ground. And she'll put in her pins first. And then I'll put my pins in. Okay, you put your knee on it to keep it taut. You pick up your landscape pins. These are an 8-inch landscape pin, and you can use them over and over and over again. They're just lovely. They last and last and last. Okay, then you just scoot up the row. Oh, too much straw here. And making sure you have both of your ends. There. You put your pin in. Okay. We obviously lay out our pins first before we do it. That way they're right there where you need them. I'll do one more. And making sure you still have both ends. There. Okay. Then you get up, turn around, push your pins in with your feet. We had rain last night, so the ground's nice and soft, which is nice. And then I put a couple rocks on the ends and a few rocks up just to hold it against the wind, just in case a pin pops out. Done. It's like 5 5-6 minutes to do a row. Now the last thing I'm going to do today is I'm going to weed the garlic. So they're coming along really nice. Hopefully you can see that okay. It's kind of bright. But here and there we've got little bits of oats that have sprouted from the oat straw in the garlic, and they got to come out. Oats are pretty tall and very firm stalked weed, and so they've got to come out because they'll bust right through my row cover. Then once these 6 rows are weeded, there's about almost 6,000 garlic here, and it makes a great sale for the market. It's really popular, and as soon as the weeding is all complete, we'll put the row covers on, and they'll be on there up until the time that the garlic scapes are cut off. And then depending on if the weather's really hot and dry, we'll certainly leave the row covers off. But the row covers are there to prevent leek moth, which comes at night, and it infests the leaves and then can go into the garlic bulb itself. So you definitely want to get row cover on your garlic, at least here in the valley of Nova Scotia. Anyway, so that's what we're going to do for the rest of the day, and didn't take too long to get this big job done with some help. Thanks. Okay. So we have the row of row cover. This is called Agribond. It's a very lightweight row cover, and best thing to do is just lay it on the ground and kick it along your row. And we're going to put it on this row here. If you're using row cover, it's great to go beyond the row, because it has to cover when these things get tall, and they do get quite tall. And drape it over the row and open it up and secure an end. Quickly get a weight on it. We've got these great sandbags this year. They cost roughly $1 each. I'll get this end. That's where the wind's blowing. Okay, the secret to row cover is it is tight between the rocks. It's tight between the sandbags. That way when the wind gusts it, it doesn't blow up and insects get in. So now I'm going to secure the end, and you want to get lots of extra because there is going to be growth. They are going to get, 3-4 feet high, and you always want to have enough to cover them on the top when they get tall. The beauty of the sandbags is that they're so soft that they won't rip the row cover as easily. So we're going to put those on the corners like that, and then I'm going to put a couple rocks in the middle. So now it's going to go up, and we're going to just get the rocks on. Tight between each rock is the goal. There. And that's how it should look. It's billowing. There's room. It's not too tight. It's not suppressing any growth. And it is tight between the sandbags and or the rocks. And it will withstand quite a bit of wind. And with those really heavy sandbags on there, it should be a lot better. So you can see all 6 rows are put on. We used a combination of rocks and sandbags. The row cover is rolled up neatly. The rocks are on top of the rolls, and you can still get in between the rows with your feet if you're careful. And there's no gap. So if the wind blows, the row cover on the ground will stay tight. So that's what you want. Garlic is a winter crop, and they sure love this cool spring. They're really, really doing well. A lot of rain, a lot of cool days, cool nights. Just have to make sure the row covers stay on, especially in the evening. That's when the leek moths come out at night. The row covers blew off a row during this bit of a windstorm. But I just wanted to show you how nice they're growing and how big they are, and it's only May. Take off one of these. Okay. Right under the row cover. See the forest. There. Yeah. Lots of straw mulch on the ground there to help suppress weeds, and we'll weed them when we take the escapes off them. So today we're going to do on this side here, we're going to do a row of radish, probably 3 little rows down, and we're going to plant some beets here, probably 4 or 5 rows across all the way down. This is about a 60 feet of row, and my potash, some bone meal, a little blood meal. I've got just a tiny bit of lime left. There's lots and lots of lime has been added here last year. And in addition to that, beets and radish and spring turnips are the one thing that can suffer from boron deficiency. If you have it, you'll get these corky black spots on your produce. So it's about half a cup per 50 foot. So it's roughly a half a cup will go down, very light dust on the surface of the soil. Then we're going to broad fork. Got the broad fork. Then we're going to rake it flat. And today we're actually going to seed. So I'll show you how you seed with the little earth weight. That's I know it looks like I'm losing most of it because it is windy. This is a earthway seeder, so it has a little cup for your seed. It has wheels inside, these wheels that go around. If you can see that, that is the size for the seed. So there's a radish one in there. This is the plow, this sharp thing, which is adjustable. You can loosen it and push it a little bit, make it a little deeper trough if you like. Okay, tighten that. And then this chain takes the dirt. So as you run it along the row, The little plow plows a trough. As the wheels go around, it spins the little seed wheel, and the seed drops out of this little chute down here, this little chute here, onto the ground, and this chain drags behind and covers the seed. So you can sort of see like that, okay? Radish does not grow at all in the summer. It gets too woody and bitter, and so it's really just an early spring crop. It is the earliest crop. It's really easy. Germination on these are 95%, so most of these seeds will germinate. So I'm going to put them all in. If there's any left over, I can always dump them back in the package. This is not a precision seeder. As it picks them up, yeah, there you go. Okay, and you go slow and steady. Keep going, slow and steady all the way. So this next row is going to be spinach, and the first row was radish. We're again going to use the little earthway. So I'm just going to try to do 2 rows up here. Spinach gets to be a fairly big plant, so I think there's only room across this row for 2. And so we'll see how we do. This is going to be hammerhead spinach on that side, and then next coming down will be seaside, which is a smooth leaf. I'm going to mark the bed. That means I planted it. And I'll mark the radish row. Oops, and I'm just going to take this rake and I'm just going to move a little bit more soil over that. Just want to be sure. If you get a rain tonight or whatever, it can wash the soil away from the seeds. So I'm just going to do that along both sides, and then we'll call it a day for these 2 rows. Okay, we moved over to another garden, and I wanted to show you a couple things in this garden. I'm very pleased with how things are growing this year. We're having just enough rain to that I'm not watering every day all day long, so that's great for the well. And plants actually prefer rain over being artificially watered. They actually do better. So the first is the radish. We'll have a look at them. So this is a radish row. It needs a row cover on it, and it's primarily, well, 2 reasons. One is dandelions. As you can see, there's dandelions living next to it, and all those seeds are wanting to blow into my garden. And 2, flea beetles. Sometimes if you get flea beetles, they don't make lesions like that. They make little tiny holes that looks like buckshot. Something else was eating that, maybe a little slug or something. But the radishes are just about ready to harvest. Woohoo! And we are going to the market next week. A week from yesterday. We're going to our first market, so we'll have some lovely radish. Next is the spinach. And we did have to reseed because we had a little bit of patchy germination with the spinach, but as you can see, they're coming along really nicely now. I don't put a row cover on spinach. They actually don't like it. I find that they don't like the humidity. Any extra heat, they hate it. So they love the cold and they love the cold nights. So I just leave them the way they are. I'm actually doing a video next on planting beets, radish, kohlrabi, and all these things. So I'll explain what we did, but I just wanted to show you what they're looking like. And if you're wondering what all those white petals are, we have this magnolia tree that drops a lot of leaves. Okay, here comes Clarabelle. Where's your baby? Your baby's hiding in the grass, is she? Is your baby hiding in the grass? Huh? Is she hiding in the grass? Oh, you're such a sweetie. You're such a sweetie. Huh? Where's baby? Oh, I spot her. There she is. She's got a little coat on because it's so cold. And she's so cozy.